Good morning, I'm Chris at Lilac Sprig, and today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial just to guide you on how to make my superhero brooches. So they come in either of these colours. You select them and then I post out a kit to you like this, which comes with all the pieces and some written instructions, but sometimes people like something to follow, so I thought that I'd put this together, and then you've got something just to go over before you have a look at the instructions. So the first thing you need to do is you need to take just one of the backing circles, so depending whether you've gone for the blue or the lilac, and what you need to do is across the middle of it is to sew the brooch back. So let's just have a look at that. And you're going to do that obviously so that once it's sewn on, all the workings and the extra thread is on the inside, so it can't be seen. Now, working with felt, sometimes you find that when you put the needle through from the back, through the brooch, that the needle and thread, even with the knot, comes all the way through, and that's to do with the fibres of the felt. So what I tend to do is, on the bit that'll be on the inside, is I, without going through to the other side, is just sew a few little through almost a couple of top layers, still not the thread, but just throw it through a bit so it's got a little bit of an anchor point on there before you then turn it over and you put the brooch back somewhere on the centre of it. So that's the first step. Then the second step really is to start to position the pieces on the felt. So the yellow that you see on there, that doesn't actually get sewn onto the blue. It gets sewn on via the POW red wording and exclamation mark. So the first thing you need to do is start doing a bit of positioning, and this is probably one of the most important parts of doing your brooch, because this is the bit that ultimately everybody will see. So first of all, work out where you're going to put the sort of yellow thunder piece on it. And then next, get all the individual pieces, and they are individual pieces, the P, the O, the W, the top of the exclamation mark and the little dot. Perhaps I ought to say at this point that when you open your kit, lay everything out so you've got everything there and you know where it is. Those little dots, they go missing, believe me, but they're all in there. So once you've done that, place everything on there, and then once you're happy with the placing of it, take off the exclamation mark, the W and the O, just leave the P in place, and with your red thread, sew the P, just a little running stitch all the way around it till you get to sort of that point at the bit. Don't tie a knot and get rid of the thread, because we can work it round to the O and the W. So the next thing you need to do is reposition everything back on so you know that you're getting them exactly where you want them to be. Then once you've got everything in place, get rid of the exclamation mark and the W and sew round the O. Again, the same, replace the W, the exclamation mark. When you're happy, take off the exclamation mark, so around the W, and you've got it, you know what to do for the exclamation mark. So that's got everything. So then you've got your front perfect, you've got your back perfect, and you've got to sew them together. Now, this is the next stage where you can go wrong, and that's because the best way to have your brooch back is horizontal, and in line with the POW wording. So if you just place the two pieces together without thinking about that, it'll work, it'll pin to whatever you want to pin it to, but I don't think it'll be perfect, and it'll take a bit more positioning when you come to put it on your, your sweatshirt, your denim jacket, whatever you want to put it on. So just remember that. So place those and be happy with it. And then with the new piece of blue thread, it's just a running stitch all the way round. I don't know if I can place it close enough for you to see. It's just a running stitch, but because the thread is a really good match, you can't actually really see the colour of the thread. And again, if you've got problems with it coming through, remember, work it through the inside of the blue before you come to the back of it. And that, as they say, are the brooches all done. Happy making, and I'll check back soon with a new tutorial. Please like it, please comment if you've got any suggestions for me. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot. Bye now.